NBA 2K has released a lot of games over the years, some good and some terribly bad. With that being said, there is that one game that's always referred to as the worst 2K ever made, and you probably already guessed it. Yes, NBA 2K18. Grab some popcorn, get comfortable, cause we're going to revisit some much darker times within the NBA 2K franchise. The also famous NBA 2K18. The best all-around 2K with no issues whatsoever. Just kidding, it's actually the exact opposite. Where do we even start with this game? Well, this was the introduction of the notoriously hated neighborhood that not one single person ended up liking. Now, they did improve on this in later 2Ks to come. This was easily the worst neighborhood experience ever in the history of NBA 2K. It took way too long to actually walk to a court to play an actual game, especially the twos. And then when you did get to play a game, the game was so broken at release that you couldn't even play 3v3s unless you had a PS4 Pro, because it was so choppy it actually gave me a headache and was impossible to play. On top of that, on release, the game randomly decided to delete people's My Players that they spent money on, and some people actually never getting them back. Thankful for me, that never happened to me. Here is where the also notoriously hated Road to 99 would be introduced, which would not only force people to stay in my career and play the computer all day, it also forced you to stay on one build if you were going for 99 overall. Also to mention, the rewards last year in NBA 2K17 for Park were now tied in with overall for NBA 2K18. So basically my career was the quickest way to get the rewards that year, so it took away from most of the online experience for people who are really grinding for those overalls and for those rewards. People absolutely hated this because there was no real park rep, which was one of the most successful parts of the previous year's game with NBA 2K17. With no park rep and affiliations, the park already felt pointless to grind, which wasn't a good look for the game to start with. There were also some other issues with the game, such as badges going to negative when trying to progress them. You weren't allowed to skip cutscenes. Oh, and speaking of cutscenes, do you guys remember that extremely annoying girl that was a part of your My Career by the name of B-Fresh that got absolutely memed that year? Oh man, some of those cutscenes were so cringy and were made even worse because we were forced to watch them. Like, how you gonna force people to watch cutscenes? Anyways, I forgot to mention that when you upgrade your player, you couldn't even pick what you wanted to upgrade. So, for example, you would get upgrades for post hook and steals, but you wanted to upgrade your 3-point shooting, and you couldn't. You were forced to upgrade what the game gave you. There wasn't really much customization in what you wanted to upgrade next, which didn't really make much sense, but hey, that kinda sounds like 2K18 in a nutshell. Now, those were just some issues with the features of the game. Now, let's talk about the core gameplay issues. Now, the issues and features of NBA 2K18 could probably still keep this in the running for the worst 2K of all time, but it's the gameplay that really established itself as an awful game. When I say this game felt nothing like 2K, I am being 100% serious. I remember when I played my first part game and my immediate thought was, wow, this feels very off. That opinion did not change at all. It just didn't feel like 2K in any way, shape, or form. This game was just broken. Defense was literally non-existent because every single person could just blow by you like they were LeBron James on a fast break. It was extremely annoying and made anyone able to score. I mean anyone. People could green heavily contested threes on almost every single build. It overall just felt like they didn't really care too much about this game. With the combination of the bugs, the glitches, and the gameplay just not being good, this served for the worst 2K of all time and resulted in a lot of people not playing the game out for its entire life cycle. For me, it was the shortest lifespan of a 2K for me. I think I maybe had 300-400 park games played before I finally gave up, and I honestly did give this game a lot of chances. I thought I was being too harsh on the game and thought, you know what, maybe this game isn't that bad, just to find myself quitting it once again the next day. There was just no drive to play this game as a park player. Believe it or not, I actually met some people who didn't mind 2K18 and don't even consider it the worst 2K of all time, which is very surprising. Now, I am going to be honest, The gameplay in this video was from today, and it's the first time I have been on this game in years, and it felt pretty fresh, probably because I haven't played it in a while. I kinda wish it felt like that when the game was actually relevant. Nonetheless, NBA 2K18 is referred to as the worst 2K of all time, and I don't think that's gonna change anytime soon. This should have been a pretty noticeable red flag for us 2K players, as it seems like the franchise really started to decline since here. On the positive side of things, I don't think we'll ever get a 2K worse than NBA 2K18 unless NBA 2K20 decides not to improve on anything the whole year and drop the ball. And even then, I still think 2K18 would be worse, but 2K20 would probably give it a run for its money if they just did nothing the entire year. I will say a few positive things about NBA 2K18 though, because I will be honest, there were a couple of things good with the game. The custom t-shirts at that t-shirt kiosk were really cool, even though I'm pretty sure they got in some legal trouble with them. It was cool how you could walk around with whatever you wanted. There was always those park dudes walking around with fake designer, and it was pretty entertaining, to be honest. They also had some pretty cool green animations that I believe they brought back in NBA 2K20. Other than that, I don't think there's really anything else positive I can say about NBA 2K18. At the end of the day, everyone's opinions on the game are different, especially if they play different game modes. I am a straight park player, so that's where my opinion comes from. Maybe people enjoyed my team this year, or maybe they enjoyed my career, and it wasn't a bad game for them. For me though, this is easily the worst 2K of all time. But where do you guys rank NBA 2K18? Is it dead last for you, or did you somewhat enjoy it? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. That is going to bring the video to an end. If you guys enjoyed it, once again, make sure to drop a like. And if you guys are new to the channel and enjoy any 2K related content, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. I would appreciate it very much. And thank you very much for the support lately. It's greatly appreciated. And all those people who come to the comment section all the time and always leaving support, I notice you and I appreciate you. And of course, all the new subs, even the people who don't leave comments and just watch the videos. I appreciate all of it, and I promise you none of this work will go unnoticed, and we're going to do this, alright? 50K by the new year, that's the goal. Hope you guys subscribe to the channel. Hope you guys like the video, all that fun stuff. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time, and peace!